Have you ever bought a stunning plant from a nursery? Something with glossy leaves, dramatic blooms, or lush greenery, only to later realize it wasn't as harmless as it seemed? Maybe it caused skin irritation, dropped toxic berries your pet tried to eat, or spread so aggressively it took over your garden. It's a situation many gardeners have faced. You walk into a nursery full of confidence, only to regret certain choices later. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 7 plants you should think twice about before bringing home. These are species that can pose risks to children, pets, or even your garden itself. I'll explain exactly why they can be problematic, and more importantly, I'll show you safer alternatives that offer the same beauty without the hidden dangers. No scare tactics, just smarter, more informed gardening decisions. Make sure to watch until the end because there's a good chance some of these plants are already growing in your yard. 1. Oleander, a dangerous beauty. Few plants are as visually deceptive as oleander. With its lush evergreen leaves and clusters of soft, tropical-looking flowers, it instantly gives any space a Mediterranean feel. You'll often see it lining highways, parks, and resort landscapes because it's tough, colorful, and incredibly low maintenance. But beneath that beauty lies one of the most toxic plants commonly grown in gardens. Every part of the plant, from roots to flowers, contains powerful compounds known as cardiac glycosides. These chemicals affect the heart, and even a small amount, if ingested, can lead to nausea, irregular heartbeat, or in severe cases, cardiac arrest. What makes oleander especially dangerous is that its toxicity doesn't disappear. Even dried or burned plant material remains harmful. That means trimming it without protection, or worse, inhaling smoke from burning branches, can cause serious symptoms. Animals are particularly at risk. There have been many cases of pets and livestock becoming poisoned after eating fallen leaves. Even a small amount can be fatal. The real issue is how harmless it appears. Its bright flowers attract attention, especially from children, and the milky sap from broken stems doesn't look threatening. But even minimal contact, like touching it and then your mouth, can cause irritation or worse. If you already have oleander, you don't have to panic, but you do need to be cautious. Wear gloves when handling it, avoid inhaling any smoke from trimmings, and never use its branches for cooking or firewood. Most importantly, keep it out of reach of children and pets. If you'd rather switch to something safer, there are excellent alternatives that offer similar visual appeal without the risk. Hibiscus provides bold, tropical blooms. Plumbago produces soft clouds of blue flowers, and Tacoma offers bright yellow trumpet-shaped blooms that attract hummingbirds instead of causing harm. Oleander is the perfect example of a plant that looks ideal, but comes with serious hidden risks. Sometimes the safest choice is simply to admire it from a distance. 2. Dieffenbachia, a risky indoor favorite. At first glance, Dieffenbachia, often called dumb cane, seems like the perfect houseplant. It has large, attractive leaves with green and cream patterns, grows well in low light, and requires very little care. It's no surprise it's so common in homes, offices, and public spaces. But this plant hides a painful secret. Its sap contains calcium oxalate crystals, tiny, sharp structures that act like microscopic needles. When the plant is chewed or damaged, these crystals can penetrate the skin or soft tissues, causing intense burning and swelling. Even a small bite can cause severe irritation in the mouth and throat, sometimes making it difficult to speak, hence the name dumb cane. Contact with the sap can also lead to skin irritation, redness, or blistering, and if it gets into the eyes, it can cause temporary vision problems. For pets, the risk is even higher. Cats, dogs, and birds can experience drooling, vomiting, and difficulty swallowing after even minor exposure. What makes Dieffenbachia especially misleading is how common and easy it is to grow. It's often recommended as a beginner plant, which means many people bring it into their homes without realizing the potential risks. If you already have one, it's not necessary to get rid of it immediately, but you should handle it with care. Wear gloves when pruning, wash your hands after touching it, and keep it well out of reach of children and pets. If you're looking for safer alternatives, there are plenty of options that give a similar tropical look without the hazards. Calathea offers beautifully patterned leaves and is completely non-toxic. Aglaonema provides similar foliage with safer properties, and philodendron varieties like Brazil offer easy care with reduced risk. Dieffenbachia may look lush and inviting, but its hidden effects can be uncomfortable or even dangerous. Choosing safer plants allows you to enjoy that tropical feel indoors without the worry. 3. Monk's Hood, a beautiful but dangerous classic. Monk's Hood, also known as wolfsbane or aconitum, is one of the most visually striking plants you can grow, but it also carries a dark reputation. Its tall spikes of deep blue-violet flowers bring a dramatic, almost mystical elegance to the garden. Yet behind that beauty lies one of the most potent toxins found in ornamental plants. Every part of monkshood contains aconitine, a powerful neurotoxin. What makes it especially dangerous is that it doesn't need to be eaten to cause harm. It can be absorbed directly through the skin. Even brief contact may lead to tingling, numbness, dizziness, or nausea. In more serious cases, it can interfere with the heart and nervous system, potentially leading to severe poisoning or even cardiac arrest. Handling the plant without protection is risky. The sap can enter through small cuts or abrasions, causing prolonged irritation or numbness. That's why gloves are absolutely essential when working with it. Monkshood also has a long and ominous history. It was once used to poison arrows, and in mythology, it was believed to have grown from the saliva of Cerberus, the guardian of the underworld. For centuries, it has symbolized danger, mystery, and death. In the garden, it prefers cool, moist, well-drained soil and partial shade, often thriving in woodland-style plantings. It can grow up to 4 feet tall and is undeniably eye-catching. But because of its toxicity, it's not a good choice for homes with children or pets. Animals, especially dogs and cats, are at serious risk if they chew on any part of the plant. If you love the tall, dramatic look but want something safer, there are great alternatives. Delphinium offers similar spires of blue and purple flowers, lupine adds color and supports pollinators, and liatris provides vertical interest without toxicity concerns. If you already grow monkshood, handle it carefully. Always wear gloves, wash your hands and tools afterward, and avoid burning or composting it near animals. It's a plant that commands respect. Beautiful, yes, but never to be underestimated. 4. Yellow oleander, a deceptive look-alike. Yellow oleander, Cascabella thevedia, may look cheerful and harmless, but it hides a serious danger. With its glossy leaves, bright yellow trumpet-shaped flowers, and neat growth habit, Shallot's often seen as an ideal ornamental plant in warm climates. It's even marketed under friendly names like Lucky Nut Tree, which only adds to its appeal. However, this plant is closely related to common oleander, and just as toxic. It contains cardiac glycosides, compounds that disrupt the heart's rhythm. Every part of the plant is dangerous, but the seeds are especially potent and have been responsible for many poisoning cases in regions where the plant grows naturally. Even small exposure can lead to symptoms like nausea, irregular heartbeat, or in severe situations, cardiac arrest. Pets and livestock are equally vulnerable, and even light contact followed by touching the eyes or mouth can cause irritation. Despite its drought tolerance and attractive appearance, yellow oleander is a risky choice for home gardens, particularly where children or animals are present. If you want a similar look without the danger, there are safer options. Tacoma stans offers bright yellow blooms and thrives in heat. Alamanda provides a tropical feel with less risk, and Coreopsis delivers sunny color while being completely safe. Yellow oleander is a perfect reminder that a plant's appearance can be misleading. Choosing safer alternatives allows you to enjoy beauty without the hidden risks. 5. Philodendron, a hidden risk for pet owners. Philodendrons are some of the most popular houseplants worldwide. Their lush, glossy leaves and easy-care nature make them a favorite for homes and offices alike. Varieties like Hartley philodendron, Brazil, and Selim are especially loved for their tropical look and adaptability. But for households with pets, yes, they can pose a problem. All philodendrons contain calcium oxalate crystals, tiny needle-like structures that can cause irritation if chewed or swallowed. For pets like cats and dogs, this can lead to symptoms such as drooling, swelling of the mouth and tongue, vomiting, and significant discomfort. While rarely life-threatening, the experience is painful and often requires a trip to the vet. Even the plant's sap can irritate human skin, and trailing varieties are especially tempting for curious pets to chew on, increasing the risk of exposure. Despite these concerns, philodendrons remain popular because they're easy to grow. They thrive in indirect light, moderate humidity, and well-draining soil, needing only occasional watering. But in pet-friendly homes, safety should always come first. If you want a similar look without the risk, there are excellent alternatives. Spider plants are safe and easy to grow, parlor palms offer a tropical feel without toxicity, and peperomia varieties provide compact, decorative foliage that's completely non-toxic. Philodendrons are undeniably beautiful and convenient, but for pet owners, they're often better replaced with safer greenery that protects both your home and your animals. 6. Sago palm, a hidden threat for pets. The sago palm, Cycas revoluta, may look like a small decorative palm straight from a tropical landscape, but in reality it's not a true palm at all. It belongs to an ancient group of plants called cycads, which have existed since the age of dinosaurs. With its symmetrical crown of stiff, glossy leaves and slow-growing trunk, it brings a strong architectural presence to any space. And that's why it's so commonly used in gardens, patios, and even as a potted indoor feature. However, behind its elegant appearance lies a serious danger. Every part of the sago palm is toxic, from the roots to the leaves, but the greatest risk comes from its seeds. These large orange-brown seeds contain psychocin, a powerful toxin that attacks the liver, nervous system, and digestive system. Even a single seed can be fatal for dogs or cats. What makes this plant especially dangerous is how delayed the symptoms can be. A pet may seem fine at first, only to start showing signs like vomiting, weakness, or drooling hours later. By that point, the toxin has often already caused severe internal damage. In more serious cases, symptoms can include seizures, jaundice, and internal bleeding. Unfortunately, even with immediate veterinary care, survival rates are often low. Many people are unaware of this risk because the plant is widely sold in garden centers and home stores, often without clear warnings. It's particularly common in warm climates, where it's valued for its drought tolerance and neat appearance. This lack of awareness means that many homeowners unknowingly introduce a serious hazard into spaces where pets play. The risk isn't limited to animals. Children can also be affected if they handle or ingest parts of the plant. Even contact with the sap, followed by touching the face, can cause irritation. While the sago palm may be visually appealing, it's simply not worth the risk in a home environment. Fortunately, there are safer alternatives that provide a similar tropical or structural look without the danger. Safer options include plants like foxtail fern, which offers soft, feathery foliage, lady palm, known for its graceful, fan-shaped leaves, and areca palm, which adds a lush, tropical feel while remaining completely pet-safe. If you're drawn to that exotic, architectural style, these alternatives deliver the same visual impact, without putting your family or pets at risk. 7. Castor bean, beauty with a dangerous edge. The castor bean plant, Ricinus communis, is one of the most visually dramatic plants you can grow. With its towering height, bold presence, and large, glossy leaves, often in deep burgundy or rich green tones, it instantly creates a tropical, almost jungle-like atmosphere. Its spiky seed pods add even more visual interest, making it a favorite for gardeners who want a bold statement plant. But beneath that striking appearance lies one of the most toxic plants in existence. The danger comes from its seeds, commonly known as castor beans. These seeds contain ricin, an extremely powerful toxin that can be lethal even in very small amounts. Just a few chewed seeds can be fatal to an adult, and even less can harm children or pets. Ricin works by disrupting essential cellular processes, leading to organ failure. Handling the plant can also pose risks. The toxin can enter the body through cuts in the skin, or even through inhaling dust from dried seed pods, making it dangerous not just to consume but to handle carelessly. Interestingly, castor oil, derived from this same plant, is safe because the extraction process removes the toxin completely. However, the raw seeds remain highly dangerous and have been responsible for accidental poisonings worldwide. Another issue is how easily the plant spreads. In warm climates, it can reseed itself quickly and become invasive, increasing the risk of exposure over time. For households with children, pets, or wildlife, this plant represents a serious hazard. Its attractive seeds can easily be mistaken for decorative objects, which adds to the danger. If you love the bold, tropical look, there are much safer alternatives. Plants like Gunnera, elephant ears, colocasia, or alocasia or Farfugium japonicum provide the same large, dramatic foliage and exotic feel without the toxic risk. The castor bean may be visually stunning, but it comes with a level of danger that simply isn't worth it. Choosing safer plants allows you to enjoy that dramatic garden style while keeping your space safe for everyone.